Okay, listen, something really big is happening and it's moving way faster than almost anyone is ready for. What you're about to hear is basically an urgent message from inside the world of AI. But this isn't for the tech nerds. It's a message for everyone else. It's for you.
This briefing kicks off with this quote, and man, it really hits you. Just think back to, say, February of 2020. Remember that feeling? Something was happening somewhere else, but it didn't really seem like it was going to be a big deal for us. The argument here is that's exactly where we are right now with AI, except what's coming is going to be even bigger.
And this slide just lays out that parallel perfectly. In early 2020, most of us were just going about our lives totally unaware that everything was about to change. Well, the point is that we're in the exact same spot right now. A handful of people are using these incredibly powerful AI tools, while most of the world is just not paying attention. And just like before, when this change finally breaks through, it's going to feel like it happened all at once.
So, why the huge sense of urgency? Well, here's the thing. For the people who are actually building this technology, this isn't a prediction. It's more like a confession. They're not guessing what's coming. They're telling you what's already happened to them. And they're trying to warn you that you're probably next.
This right here, this is the core of it, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. The author, who founded an AI startup, is saying that the expert, technical part of his own job has been automated away. He doesn't build things anymore. He just describes what he wants in plain English, and the AI builds it. This is a report from the absolute front lines of this whole thing.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it goes way beyond just writing code. The human just talks about what they want, then the AI writes all the code. But, and this is the wild part, it doesn't stop there. It then opens the app itself and starts testing it, clicking buttons, fixing the design, making it better, all on its own. The human isn't a builder anymore. They're basically a manager for an AI.
Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Yeah, I tried ChatGPT a while back and it wasn't that impressive. That right there is the most common and maybe the most dangerous idea people have right now. Let's talk about why that experience you had is basically ancient history.
So look at this. The stuff on the left, that's what most people think AI is like, based on the free tools from a year ago. And you know what? They were right back then. But the stuff on the right is what's actually happening today for people paying for the best models. They are unrecognizable from 6 months ago. The analogy here is perfect. It's like trying out a brand new iPhone and judging it based on your old flip phone. This gap between what people think AI can do and what it actually can do is massive.
This timeline just shows you how fast the ground is shifting under our feet. I mean, just 2 years ago, these things couldn't do basic math. A year later, they're passing the bar exam. Now, they're writing complex software. The pace isn't just fast, it feels like it's going vertical. What sounds like science fiction today is going to be totally normal next year.
And if you want a hard number to wrap your head around this acceleration, here it is, 4 months. Every 4 months or so, the ability of these top AI models to handle really complex, multi-hour jobs doubles. That's not just getting better. That is textbook exponential growth. It's a rocket ship.
Okay, you have to really hear this next part because it's the most important piece of the entire puzzle. This is the reason why this time is completely different from every other big tech shift we've lived through. There's a feedback loop that is kicked in, and it's pouring gasoline on an already raging fire.
Just read that quote. It's from OpenAI's own technical documents. The AI helped build itself. Let that sink in. This isn't a movie plot. It's a line from a technical report. The tool is now smart enough to help build its own, even smarter replacement.
This whole concept actually has a name. It's called the intelligence explosion. It's that runaway feedback loop where a smart AI builds a smarter AI, which then builds an even smarter AI. And the most chilling part? The very people building these systems, they believe this process isn't a future possibility. They think it's already started.
So, we've talked a lot about the technology. But what does an intelligence explosion actually mean for your job, for your life? Okay, this is where it gets real. Because this wave is coming, and it's not coming for the factory floor first. It's coming for knowledge workers.
Let this number just sit with you for a second. 50%. This isn't some random blogger making a guess. This is a public statement from the CEO of Anthropic, one of the biggest AI labs in the world. He's saying half of all entry-level white-collar jobs could just disappear in the next 1 to 5 years. And a lot of insiders think he might be being conservative. And we're not just talking about one or two industries. This cuts across pretty much all knowledge work: legal, finance, writing, software, even medicine. If your job involves staring at a screen, analyzing information, drafting things, solving problems, it's on this list. See, AI isn't a specialized tool for one job. It's a general-purpose tool for thinking, and it's getting better at all of these things at the same time.
So here's the bottom line. This is the simple rule of thumb they give. If the core of what you do for a living happens on a computer screen, reading, writing, analyzing, then this is not some far-off threat. It's already here. The process has started.
Okay, that was the warning. And I know it's a lot, but the point of this isn't just to scare you, it's to prepare you. Honestly, just understanding this stuff before everyone else is the single biggest advantage you can possibly have. So let's talk about what you can actually do about it, starting today.
Here's the practical, step-by-step game plan. First, spend the $20. Get a paid subscription to one of the top tools. That's your ticket to the cutting edge. Second, always choose the most advanced model they offer, not the faster, dumber one. Then, and this is key, start throwing your real hard work at it. Assume it's smarter than you think, and if it gives you a bad answer, don't quit. Try again. Give it more context. Treat it like you're training a new employee.
But beyond just using the tools, this is about a whole new way of thinking. You've got to get your finances ready for some choppy water. You need to double down on the human stuff that AI can't touch: trust, relationships, showing up in person. Treat this year like it's the most critical year of your entire career, because it just might be, and lose the ego. The most senior, most successful people are the ones who are diving in the fastest.
Now, there is another side to this coin, and it is just as real and just as important. All of this disruption, it's also a massive opportunity. Have you always had an idea for an app, or wanted to write a book, or learn some new skill? All of the old barriers, not having the technical skills, the time, the money, they're just collapsing. The most powerful creative tool in human history is now available to you for less than the cost of a few cups of coffee a month.
Ultimately, this is what it all boils down to. The goal isn't to master today's AI model, because that model is going to be obsolete in a year anyway. The only skill that really matters is learning to be adaptable, getting comfortable with being a beginner over and over again. The people who are going to win in this new world are the ones who just embrace the constant change. So I'll end on this question. This isn't some abstract debate about the future anymore. It's happening right now. We're just seeing the first ripples. The future is here. The only real question left is, are you ready for the knock on your door?